Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel want to open up and give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. So all praise to the Most High that we made it to another Sabbath through the Spirit. All praises to the Most High. So yeah, we're getting back into this thing with a trait of the elect, right? And this one is going into humbleness of mind. So this video is meant through the Spirit for the brother or also for the sister that's truly striving to be the elect. That's praying, that's reading, that is studying, that is examining themselves and basically repenting within these last days, and truly wants the kingdom of heaven, right? And this is a trait, right? A quality or like a a characteristic that they will have. Right. Let me share my screen. Select. Salahia. Okay, come on. I think that's what I want. All praises. Come on. So let's go to the book of Colossians. Let's get it in the blue letter actually. Colossians 3. Right. Verse number 12. It's the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of God, man. So these are the characteristics and the traits that the elect of God will have, man. Holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind. So the elect, they're going to be humble within their mind. They're not going to be puffed up, proud, thinking that they're better than everybody. All right, but they're going to be humble, man. All right, let's get this in the Greek. Humbleness of mind, right, which means having a humble opinion of one's self, man. So, aka, not promoting and prompting yourself up to be in a certain position, not kind of forcing your way in your mind. You kind of think that you're touch touch somebody, man, but having a humble mind. All right, let's get what this word humble means from the etymology. Right, humble is a Latin word, humilius, which means lowly, humble, or literally on the ground. So that's a mighty, mighty definition, man. The word humble literally means on the ground, man, meaning that you're down to earth, man. Meaning that you're not proud, you're not puffed up within your head, you're right. You're not walking around like you're better than everybody. You're not walking around like your shit don't stink, but you're down to earth, man. You're real with yourself, within your mind, and also with your people, man. Right. So this is a trait, a characteristic that the elect of God, the 144,000, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, the elite, the top of the top, will have humbleness of mind, man. And this is a mighty thing to go pray for, to pray to the Most High that your mind can be more humble, man. It's just the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse number 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself, man. So the Lord said, if you think yourself that you're this guy and you're some type of guy on the earth, man, or you're some type of sister, man, like you better than everybody, like damn, you don't sin, right? So if you think yourself to be something when you are nothing, man, we're all nothing. The Most High said, we can get this real quick on the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse number 9. Why is earth and ashes proud, man? Sirach chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? The Most High made us out of dust, right? Out of the earth. You are dirt. How are you proud? You're ashes, you're dust and ashes, man. How even can you be proud? All right, let's get another verse. Sirach 17. Sirach chapter 17, verse number 32. He vieweth the power of the height of heaven, and all men are but earth and ashes. So man is nothing but dust and ashes, man. So how can you be proud when you're nothing but dust and ashes? So that's how we're all nothing, man. Nobody is some type of guy on the earth, man. We're all nothing. The Most High made us out of earth and also ashes, man. And man thinks that he's better than somebody, really for vain things, really for cardinal things, really because they may know more precepts, they may have more understanding. Men think they better than this man because he has a wife and this brother don't. I- just like this brother does not have a wife. His sisters think, well, his sister, I have three mighty kids, and his sister, she got one badass kid, right? So it's a lot of ways that our people try to g check one another and thinking they're somebody else just based off of somebody else, man. Thinking that you're somebody or you're some type of guy on some type of level, right? Just because of somebody else, right? And a lot of it is vanity, man. A lot of it is absolutely vanity, and a lot of it is about knowledge. Men, they think this. Okay, I know more than this brother, so therefore I'm over this brother. Where's that in the Bible? I know more than this brother, so now I'm over this brother. That's nowhere in there, man. Now you walking around like you're some guy just because the Most High had you know more precepts, man. Then next thing you know, give it a year, the brother that you was looking down upon, he knows more than you now. Now what? Now what? So it's best to just to move like the elect, man. It's best to just have a humble mind and to be sincere, right? And to love your people, man. And to keep God's laws. Right? This is James chapter 3, verse number 14. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts. So brothers thinking they better than people, you think that you're better than your own brother. I mean, how off can you be? You think you're better than him just because you know more, or just because you've been in the truth longer, or just because you may be in some type of position that he may not be in, man. You may have money and he may not have money. Well, brother, the Most High can empty out your bank account and can bless him now, or even soon to come. When times get tough, you can be asked out with the Lord, right? But this brother, his faith is so built up, his strength and his good works are so built up that he's going to be taken care of, man. Glory not and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish, man. Because the Lord said that wisdom puffeth up. So if you have wisdom and knowledge, right, that's puffing you up, that's not real knowledge, man. That's not real wisdom, man. So we have to check these things. I'm also willing to examine ourselves and am I really walking with a humble mind, man? Do I walk around camp like I'm some type of guy? Right? You know, do I call brother text and I'm acting like I'm damn above everybody? A brother, he's speaking and you not really even listening to him. You just thinking about what you gonna say next. Well, brother, that's not humble. You have to hear this brother out, man. Hear what he's saying. Hear the sister out. She could be dropping gems. What if that's the Lord speaking through them? And you so proud, you don't really care what they saying, right? You waiting until it's your turn to speak. That's pride. Somebody with a humble mind, they're going to hear it out to the best of their ability, man. They're going to listen through the spirit. They're going to acknowledge, right? And then they're going to respond. They're not just going to, as somebody else is talking, you're so proud within your mind, and you don't think that they know what they're talking about, or all of the precepts he knows, I knows. So you're not even listening to the brother. Right? That's completely off. All right, First Corinthians chapter 8, verse number 1. Now as now as now as touching these things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up. So knowledge makes men and women proud, man. I love knowledge. I love wisdom, man. But there's a fine line because that can make you feel like you're better than somebody. That can make you feel like you're above somebody, right? So we have to all examine ourselves and see if we're walking within that spirit, man, of knowledge and wisdom that the Most High blessed you with, because puffing you up. Because man doesn't just work to come in. Nah, it's a blessing to be within this truth. It's a blessing to have your lot. It's a blessing to have wisdom, to be on some type of level according to man, that is a blessing, right? To have faith, to be able to pray, to be reading, these things are blessings. We didn't work for these things, right? These are gifts. And how can you boast in a gift, right? This is First Corinthians chapter 4, verse number 7. For who maketh thee to differ from another? So that's the Lord, man. The Most High made us different, right? So does that mean we boast that the Most High has, you know, and we think we're some type of God because the Most High blessed us more? No. And what hast thou that thou didst not receive? Now, if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory? So everything we have that man boasts, which is typically men and also women lose their humbleness of mind. I would say chiefly because of just because of like knowledge, man. And then for more cardinal reasons like money, somebody may have children, somebody may not have children, somebody may have a wife and this sister, she may have a husband and they may be some type of guy, but you don't, and people just kind of looking down upon one another, man. We cannot look down upon our people, right? We're a nation, we're a team. How can you look down on your teammates, man? I mean, we're in this thing together. Right? We're only strong as our weakest link. And if you're making weaks, also like you, if you're making links weaker, you're a enemy to the team. If you're belittling people and walking around all proud and nobody can speak to you, nobody can ask you any type of question. People are people just don't ask you questions. You tell them, figure it out, Ak. Or maybe you should study more, Ak. Maybe the Lord's only dealing with me, right? You brothers may not. That's just off, man. That's off. Why does thou glory as if thou hadst not received it? So we have to again watch ourselves. Meditate. Is this a spirit that I'm moving in? When brothers speak, do I really listen, or am I thinking about what I'm going to say? Right? Do I think when this brother talks to me, do I give him a different type of respect and attention, and acknowledgement than when this brother speaks, or when this sister speaks? Right. So these are things to watch out for through the spirit. Right. Because like the Lord, let's go back to sorry, right, 10. Because the Lord said that pride is hateful, man. Sorry, right, 10 verse 7. Pride is hateful before God and man. So if you're proud and you think that you're some type of God, Lord said, humble yourself in the sight of God, not boast yourself up, man, and walk around like you're some type of dude. Humble yourself, right? First Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, man. So right now, it's not time for us to be exalted, man, and exalting one another and damn pumping yourself up, man. You a balloon and you just filling yourself up with water. Well, brother, you're gonna pop. Eventually, you're gonna pop. You may be big for a minute. You may be looking mighty. Somebody may try to tie you tight, but if you continue to pump yourself up with water, you are going to pop. That's what the Lord said. Hey, pride cometh before destruction, man, and a haughty spirit before a fall, or roughly paraphrased. So pride is hateful before God and man, and commit iniquity, man. So nobody likes pride. So be humble, man. And it can be hard to be humble. That's again, these things are much easier said than done, man. Our corruptible minds, and we have curses put upon us currently from the Most High God, man. And Satan's going to play and plague our mind, man. But these things through the Spirit are good precepts to have within the back of your mind through the Spirit to meditate upon, so that when that pride does come up, you can cut it. Right? You can go to a verse like this is a beautiful verse through the Spirit. A God hates pride. Man hates. Why am I proud, man? Kind of rebuke yourself. And this is what these precepts are for. It's not just for rebuking the nations and trying to wake up your people, man. Use the precepts for yourself. All right, Sirach chapter 7, verse number 17. Humble thyself greatly. Damn, man. Hey, Humble yourself greatly, for the vengeance of the ungodly is fire and worms, man. So if you remain proud within your mind, you're just going to be destroyed with fire. Right? So it's better through the spirit to work and to labor and to toil, to be humble, man. Humble because God is going to exalt us, most I willing. We don't need us to exalt ourselves, man, or man to exalt you. But it's just hyping you up. It's a damn hype train. Brothers hopping on your damn bandwagon. That's folly. Brothers hopping on your bandwagon, man. Damn. Making breakdown videos on you. Somebody, I saw a post, man. Somebody said these two men are the greatest men on the earth. I kind of was like, come on now. You don't know what that can be doing to those men. That could be increasing their pride, man. Boasting men up, man. Giving men damn alley oops for sin. That's off. You throwing up a somebody to oop for sin, and they slam dunking windmilling 360 that mug. So we got to be very, very careful within this truth. All right, Proverbs chapter 25, verse number 27. It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory, man. So when you're trying to glorify yourself and act like you're some type of guy because you may be, I do 2 videos a week. I go to camp, I teach, I shake the hand, this is that. We hop on calls and I'm leading the calls and this, and I have this. I got this much money in my bank account. Well, the most I must be dealing. All those reasons are chiefly cardinal, man. We don't want glory. I don't want glory on this earth. I want glory from the Father, man. And I damn sure most High willing won't glorify my own damn self. That's making yourself a damn idol, man. You're glorifying yourself. That's vain. That's vanity, man. Boasting yourself up. Puffing yourself up with pride. I mean, we got to stop these things, Israel. We got to stop these things and be like the elect, man. They're going to be humble within their minds, man. And again, that's a mighty thing to go pray for. All right, John chapter 8, verse number 54. Yahweh Shai answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. So if you sit there honoring and glorifying yourself and you portray yourself to be some type of guy and you got the garments and the fringes and you walk around like your shit don't stink, that's nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me. That's what we want. I want the Most High to honor me, man. Straight up. I want to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant, man. I want to be over cities, most High willing. I don't want honor on earth, right? That's vain. I most High willing won't damn sure honor myself and get proud and pump myself up to the max, man. To the damn whole ball explode. Of whom ye say that he is your God, man. So he is our God, and we want honor and glory from him, man. Not from our own selves in this thing. Right? I'm gonna close out through the spirit, right? With actually I'm not gonna close out. I do got a few more precepts within my mind through the spirit. So yeah, Israel, we have the most high willing remain humble and within this truth, man. Actually, let's get the book of Sirach 3. Sirach, Salakia, chapter 3. Right, humbleness of mind, right? Moving lowly, moving meekly. Actually, I'm gonna get Proverbs. So like I got a lot of precepts on my mind right now. Let's get Proverbs chapter 15. Proverbs chapter 15, verse number 33. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. So a precursor to honor is humility, man. And of course, certain men will receive honor on within like this earth, but that doesn't mean that we should go seeking, man. Somebody has to be the head, just straight up. Somebody has to be a leader, right? You have men that are on high levels, that are on high regards upon this earth, not for vanity, but from the Lord, man. You have mighty men upon the earth, right? But we have to understand that if we want the Most High to go give us honor within the kingdom, we have to be humble upon earth, man. How can you be proud on earth and still expect to be proud within the kingdom? Nah, you got to choose one. Pick a side. Be humble or be proud, man. And Most High willing, hey, I'm gonna be humble, Lord willing. I'm gonna take the high road through Most High willing. I'm gonna be lowly through the Spirit, Most High willing. I'm gonna cleanse myself from my sins, Most High willing, and get right, man. Because again, God hates pride. Lord just said pride is hateful before God and man. So God hates pride. So why would I indulge myself in what the Most High hates, man? Let's get this real quick in the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse number. I'll start at verse 20. It's mighty. For the power of like the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly, man. Again, so if you're proud, and that's why the Most High chose. Well, this one of the reasons the Most High chose to base things of like the world, man. Because men that have a lot, men that have millions of dollars within their bank account, that's playing professional basketball, professional baseball, they're not going to serve the Most High as somebody that has nothing, as somebody that's truth. That's all they have. They're working down 9 to 5. They come home, they live paycheck to paycheck, but they're banking upon the Most High to go save them, huh? So the Lord, he's honored of the lowly. So therefore, Most High willing, we have to be lowly within this thing so that we can truly honor our God, man. Verse number 21. Actually, so like, yeah, I'm going to scroll up to verse number 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, man. So again, you have men that have knowledge. You have you have mighty sisters in this thing that can do certain works, man. But the Lord said that if you understand it, it's not like you can't. It's not like you have to be unrealistic with yourself. Right? You have to understand what blessings, what talents, like the Most High blessed you with, and you got to check yourself and make sure that those things don't make you proud, and make sure that you don't give honor to yourself, right, rather than honor to like the Most High God, right. So the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, man, because you're setting an example, man. You men, you women that have people that look up to you, that have people that ask mighty questions to you through the Spirit, people that ask and call and they get advice from you through the Spirit. You may have to lead a family, right? You're a woman, right? Your children, you people that have power within this earth, right? We have to be humble within this thing. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and that fits everybody, because everybody has somebody that basically take and teach, man. That somebody that basically looks to them for certain things, man. So that requires us to be humble. And thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Right? Many are in high places and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Right, so that's mighty, man. So the greater the Most High increases you in the spirit and faith with them blessings, right? That's the more humble you should be. All right, let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse number 6. Most men will 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 proclaim everyone his own goodness, man. So again, men like to hype themselves up, man. Act like they're some type of guy, right? And again, a lot of it is vanity, man. Wisdom, but again, that's not real wisdom. That the Most High tells you to be humble, man. Let's get this in the book of James 4. James chapter 4, verse number 6. I'm gonna read verse 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of like the Lord, and he shall lift you up, man. So this is real knowledge. This is real wisdom, man. Not glorifying that you can break down, the book of Daniel chapter 2 with all of the dates and all of the timelines. Okay, got the head gold that's going into this empire, the Neo-Babylonian, and this, and they, and there. Then after that, you talking about, and then after that, and you glorifying yourself in that, man. Hey, Tomosa said that if you glory in something, let's see. Let's get Jeremiah 9. Right, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse number 23. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Huh? So again, men like to glory in their wisdom. Neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. So that's the thing to glory in, man. That the Most High bless you with knowledge, man. And with that, through the Spirit, right, you're going to teach your people, man. Because that's what wise men do. Wise men, through the Spirit, want to teach their nation. They want to have their households in order in this thing, man. Wise sisters in this thing, they're going to search out just like the scriptures, man, and figure out how they should truly be living before like the Most High God. That I am the Lord. So that's what we glory in, that we understand the Most High. Does that mean we puff ourselves up and we walk around like we're better than anybody and we act like we're holier than thou? No, right? But we understand the power and the mercy and the grace and the gifts that the Lord blessed us in this thing, and we use those through the Spirit to bless others. Proverbs 27, verse number 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth. Right? So, I mean, you praising yourself, who cares? Who cares? Only you care, brother. Let's just be real. You glorifying nobody cares. Nobody. A stranger and not thine own lips, man. So we got to be very, very careful within this truth through the Spirit. Make sure that we're not proud within our minds, man. Make sure that we're not walking around holier than thou, man. I believe that's in Isaiah. Let me see if I can find that. So like, I believe it's Isaiah 54, maybe. So like, I'm flipping through it now. Bear with me. It was Isaiah 54. So like, yes, Isaiah 65. Okay, come on, all praises. Isaiah 65, man. This is a spirit. This is a demon within like the nation, man. Isaiah chapter 65, verse number 5, which say, stand by thyself. Come not near to me. So, you brothers, no. Y'all are wicked and I'm righteous. Right? For I am holier than thou. These are a smoke, man, and my nose, a fire that burneth all the day, man. Right? So you can't act like you're holier than now. People can't even come talk to you. No, you're wicked. Stay over there. No. No, it's telling people no. Brother's calling you, and you answer the phone and say, "Yeah, you're wicked. Don't you remember when you did this, and this to me?" Then you hang up the phone. That's being holier than thou. Like, no, brother, I can't do that, brother. This da 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 da, man. That's folly. That's pride. Right? We're gonna close out with this through the Spirit. Because the elect are going to have humble minds, man. They're not going to think of themselves as some type of guy, and you in your head you thinking, I could be Peter. Maybe I'm Peter, man. Maybe they should listen to me. You talking to the Lord like, Lord, maybe they should listen to me more, Lord. You just seeking preeminence, man, and freaking off for power, and that's the spirit of Satan. That's not a godly spirit. To boast yourself up and to think that you're somebody, that's not of like the Lord, man. Hamashiach Yahweh came as a servant. Let's get this real quick. Yahweh Shah came as a servant. Let's see where I'm gonna see which one I want to get. These two accounts. Bear with me. Okay, come on. Matthew chapter 20, verse number 27. And whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister. So the real servants of God, the real followers of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, the righteous, right? So like, they're not going to be one to be ministered to. And men, you got men taking off your shoes for you, tying up you, Everybody just serves you. Men fixing your plates and you eat first, and then everybody else kind of gets in where they can get in, man. Be administered into, man. Yeah, you don't when you get to the you don't leave your spot, man. You just commanding orders to everybody else. That's being ministered into. Christ didn't come to do that. And the followers of Christ are not going to be doing that. Right? They're going to be lowly in mind. They're going to be servants upon the earth, helping others, right? But to minister and to give his life a ransom for many. That's heavy. Christ gave his life, what he wanted to do, his desires, his passions. He threw that all the way for us, man, for Israel, so that we can live within this thing. And that's a mighty spirit to be in. That's a mighty verse, man. Christ did not come to be ministered unto. He came to minister. He came to serve. And that's the mindset, that's the spirit that we should be moving in within these last days. All right, closing out with this through the spirit. All right, Romans chapter 12, verse 3. Let me make sure my screen. Okay, come on. Romans chapter 12, verse number 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God have dealt to every man the measure of faith, man. So, most out willing, keep it real with yourself. Be humble and within like your mom, man. Don't boast yourself up and walk around with pride and act like nobody can tell you anything. Act like you can't learn anything from anybody. We're gonna Salakia, say close out with this one. We're gonna get this to close out. Book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse number 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind. Let each esteem other better than themselves, man. Because there's always something that you can learn from somebody else, man. But if you're walking around proud and like nobody can teach you anything, well, brother, then nobody can teach you anything. You want to stay upon that same level. You're not going to increase within this thing. So no matter what in this thing, be humble within your mind, which is a trait, a characteristic of the elect in this thing. Most are willing, so that we can continue to build and also grow as a nation, man. So with that, closing out through the spirit, want to give all honor, praise, and glorification to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua, Shabbat Shalom, Kwame Shalom.